Hi. So, gonna kind of quickly show how my character controller works in Hi Hell. Um, Beast Cartel was the project name before we came up with the final name. This is the character. This in the scene view you can see from outside. Um, Let me pause. So, sorry. There you go. So this is the character from outside, and the gun is kind of awkwardly placed, but it's okay because you only really see the character when you die, which is just a ragdoll. You don't see this pose, or when you find yourself in front of a mirror, and it's kind of awkward in the mirror as well, but it's okay. It doesn't really matter. And the character is, it, well, it has all these colliders, but this is just for the ragdoll. It doesn't really matter when you're playing the game, and the camera is kind of not really in the head, and that's okay. The gun is rendered with a second camera, so it's rendered on top of everything else, just so if it clips on something, it doesn't clip through. It has its problems, like the shading. Killed everyone. Okay, so the shading doesn't really work. Like, let me show you. So it's lit right here, right? And if you go inside, it should be shaded, but it's not. And that's kind of a thing that I never figured out how to work. But no one, I think, really notices it, so it's fine. Depending on what you're doing, it might be a problem or not. But it does have a bit of an offset if you're looking up or down. If you look at the camera, you see that it's not always in the same spot, and that makes it so when you look down you just see a bit of your feet. You're not, inside your body. When you're looking up, well, looking up is easier, but looking down is where the problem is. And like if you try to look down on something, it kind of pushes you back. This is not something that I'd probably really want to happen, but it was, I guess I was fixing something else and it came out this way, and it's fine. Where's my capsule collider? I don't know where it is. Is it not? There you go. So you can see the collider moves. I don't remember why I did this, honestly, but I did it. And when you jump, the collider gets tiny just for a second. That helps if you want to jump on top of things, or especially jumping through a window. But it does sometimes create problems, because if the collider changes sizes while you're clipping, you could clip through something. But it was not an issue. I don't know why, but it's not an issue. So the character, the head is another thing, is separated from the body mesh, just so it doesn't render little bits of it in front of the camera. I turn it on when you get killed for the ragdoll, and the mirror does see it, so you can see yourself in the mirror. Let me see, what is this? I didn't know this wasn't here. I guess I was trying helmets, whatever. The gun is always kind of finding, yeah, okay, so it has an anchor, which is just a position, and if I move the camera around, the gun around, it's always coming back to this anchor. And this way, okay, so I shoot, I just move the camera back, or the anchor back, and then I move it back forward. It's kind of an awkward way to do it, but it worked. Like when you jump, when you move, when you click, all of that makes the anchor move, and that's how I animate the gun. It's nice because I can have different relative anchors and kind of blend different animations together, and it works. It's not super fancy or anything. And then the last thing, well, I guess the human character does have some IK. It has this look IK, so it looks, you know, whatever the eye raycast from the camera, and it looks at that position. Yeah, I don't think it really. I think it's just for the mirror, because you don't see the head anyways ever. But and then there's a thing with the hand. Let me update the scene view thing. Okay, so when you get close to an interactive object, I take the hand away from the gun and place it at the anchor, and there's a lot of room to spare just because it looks terrible in the scene view, but in first person view is alright. Bro, when I was playtesting, I noticed that people would just want to run by, and if the distance was too accurate, that wasn't working out for them. They wanted to be able to just run by instead of fire and stuff. And the hands, they are placed in the gun through this IK. So if I can turn it off here, this is what there would actually be placed as when the animation starts happening. But then the gun has a couple anchors for position and rotation, which places the hand, and you know, one of the hands will go towards the item that you're picking up, and you know, if you're out of range, it will go back to the gun. And I think that's pretty much it. What else? First person jumping. Obviously the kick is kind of terrible from outside. The jumping from buildings is just that. I love this. Oh, yeah, it looks really bad, but you never see it in game. And I think that's it. I love this. When I say love, I actually hate this big ass UI thing. Alright. Okay. Bye.